wonderful introduction.
That's how we do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Let me start by saying thank you to each and every one of you out here tonight. Let me first give a shout out to the Cheshire Hall, Richmond Hill. Let me hear you again. Okay, good. Now you've already heard from many of the speakers here tonight, and I want to tell you that I endorse all that they had to say. But this is Cheshire Hall night, and you can't go home without hearing from your next representative in the House of Assembly. My people of Cheshire Hall, I did it before, and by God's grace and with His help, I will do it again. Touchdown! I want to thank this great party, my party, for affording me the opportunity to serve our country and its people again. For the next short while, you will hear me refer often to Cheshire Hall. But this message is not only for the people of Cheshire Hall. It's for the people across the length and breadth of this country. You will hear me refer to the PNP, but my message is not only to the PNPs, it's to the PDMs and the PPPs and the undecided voters. It is to every Turks and Caicos Islander who know that their successes and failures are linked to the success and failure of this country. PNPs, let me hear you. But Cheshire Hall, my message is to more than just us. It is to every Haitian, Dominican, Jamaican, St. Lucian, American, Canadian, and yes, every Englishman who can demonstrate a love for this country equal to mine. Who can demonstrate a willingness to work as hard as I am prepared to work for the betterment of this country and its people, who are prepared to hitch their wagon to ours as we get back on the road to progress. PNPs, this election is about you and the Cheshire Hall deciding whether you wish me and my team, led by Dr. Rufus Ewan and Carlos Simons QC, to take you through the challenging waters that lay ahead, or whether you wish the path to your future progress to be navigated by Mr. Skippins and Miss Robinson. The truth of the matter is that I don't want to be led by a young lady who takes great pride in declaring herself unemployed. PNPs, we are working people, hard-working people. This country is full of young, talented Turks and Caicos Islanders, lawyers, who rather than cry that they don't have no jobs, they started their own practices and in so doing have created opportunities of employment for others. Cheshire Hall, let me hear you. The choice is between Skip and Charlene and Doc and the QC. Doc is a surgeon. After he has that's qualified surgeon, he could have said that I can't find work. Then what we the people of Turks and Caicos would have called him slack, lazy, and rightly so. He worked in Nassau in Canada and Jamaica and in the Turks and Caicos Islands. He did not only work, he started a business that helped to employ people. The same thing with our deputy. He started as a teacher and then he qualified as a lawyer and he became a QC. He's a founding partner in one of the largest firms in this country. It is true that he spent some time in government, but you can't call him a career politician. Cheshire Hall, this election is about choices.
Thank you, sister.
Some of you have been voting PDM all your life, but too much is at stake now. You have to consider carefully what the real choice You have to consider what the real choice in this election is and what the possible consequences of your choice will be. I am merely suggesting to you that the things that you should consider before you exercise this choice. Can you trust the next 4 years to a career politician?
No.
Can you? Cheshire Hall, can you trust the next 4 years to a career politician?
No.
With no private sector experience and no public sector experience. This is a job for vibrant, intelligent, innovative thinkers who can articulate bold and innovative ways forward. This election is about choosing the party that is able to see not the country that we have today, but the nation that we are determined to build for the future generations. That is why education is a major plank of our platform. I close my eyes and I see Turks and Caicos Islanders where by large the middle class is homegrown, where the middle class is highly educated and motivated, and where the middle class is as it should be the engine of the economic growth and of social and political development. The PNP has always been the government that pays more than lip service to education. The PNP established the Clement Howard High School, the Raymond Gardner High School, the community college. The PNP put university education within the reach of Turks and Caicos Islanders than any other government in the history of the Turks and Caicos Islanders. PNPs, let me hear you.
The British and the PDF no one gave us no scholarship. What about us? What about the youths?
There is much more to be done in the area of education. We need to have an A-level grounding institution that's funded and operated by the government of the Turks and Caicos Islands, so that the child of the carpenter, the mason, the plumber can afford to study his or her A-levels and gain acceptance in the best university in the United Kingdom or anywhere in the world. The British West Indies Collegiate is a good school, but it is private. And the vast majority of the Turks and Caicos Islanders cannot afford the fees that the A-level program attracts. We need a technical armed college so that our tradesmen and technicians can be certified in their respective discipline and be competitive at home and abroad. Who do you think is going to deliver these things? The PNP! Your choice on November 9th is between a party with a track record on education and a party that can talk and talk but cannot walk the walk.
If you share votes, it's a field goal. If you vote straight down the line PNP, it's a touchdown.
The country that I see is a country where health care is available to all and is afforded by all. Every developed country understands the importance of affordable health care to its development. The PNP appreciates this. That appreciation has driven the constructions of 2 state-of-the-art hospitals. The party of Skip and Charlene has spent the entire campaign talking about how they find the hospital's contract as though it was lost, and how they're going to buy back the hospital. They should instead be thinking, they should instead be thanking the politicians of the Progressive National Party and the civil servants like the Doc, the Royal, and Miss Brathwaite for putting together a model that is designed to work and can work. I can promise that in the first 3 months of our administration, you will feel the effect of the proper administration of the healthcare system in your pockets. It is wrong that when you are out of work for 3 months, you lose coverage. We will fix that.
We have a doctor that is going to look after the health of this country, and we have a QC that is going to look after the health of this country.
It is wrong that the children of immigrants can no longer get coverage under their parents. If as a Turks and Caicos Islander my child is covered because I pay, the child of a foreigner should likewise be covered. To do anything else is discriminatory, and we will fix that. We will ensure that all of the systems function with all its constituents parts up and running. The PDM wants to break down the system, but the PNP wants to build it up. PNPs, let me hear you.
My daddy voting.
PNP.
My mommy voting.
PNP.
My daddy voting.
PNP. Straight down the line. PNP. PNP.
We are going to grow this economy again. PNPs, we are going to grow this economy again. When this economy begins to grow, this constituency will feel it first. You will feel it because there will be once again good construction jobs. The hotels will stop cutting hours and will have to increase the workforce. We will be looking very closely at the minimum wage to ensure that even the lowest paid among us can afford the basic necessities of life. Growing an economy is what the PNP government do. We are going to do it by making ourselves competitive again. The interim government plans of no incentive to potential developers is a bad plan. And I will be asking the DOC and the QC to give immediate consideration to rolling back that bad policy of the last 3 years. I believe that as a government, we have to sit down immediately with the liquidators of these stalled developments and let them know that the government is prepared to offer as incentive to any entity wishing to continue these developments. We have to put our people back to work. Cheshire Hall, Q-Town, Richmond Hill, help is on the way. We have to put our people back to work so that they can begin again to provide adequately for their families and plan for their retirement. As part of our aggressive plan to bring the economy back, your PNP government will have to partner with people in the private sector in an effort to breathe new life into the financial service industry. It is important to put resources behind that particular industry because that is the industry that will absorb the bulk of the middle class that the Progressive National Party is committed to growing.